What is up everyone, welcome back to Mainly Movies, the channel where we talk about, well, mainly movies. Tolkien is directed by Rome Karukoski and stars Lily Collins and Nicholas Hoult playing J.R.R Tolkien. This story follows the man who created one of the best universes and one of the best novels. We kind of see his relationships, his friendships, and just his inspiration of creating one of the best known novels ever written.
Tell me a story. In any language you want.
Now this was a movie that I wasn't really planning on seeing at any time. I saw the trailer a while ago and I'm a big fan of Lord of the Rings, but I just never really thought I would ever go see this. But because there was nothing on besides X-Men and I didn't really want to go see X-Men because of all the controversy behind it, I didn't really want to go see that sort of movie. I thought I'll go see a different movie and I'll see what this movie is like. So first let's get into the positives. Nicholas Hoult and Lily Collins, their chemistry in this movie is amazing and their performances are really, really good. And the shot composition as well looks really good. Some of the shots in this movie are mind-blowing, and the kind of fantasy aspects in the war scenes where you kind of get to see his inspirations, I thought they were really good, but they were never really in the movie that much. And that's all this movie really has going for it. This is a very sloppy and messy movie. My biggest complaint with this film is the editing. This movie is so fastly edited and one of the most poorly edited movies I have seen in a long time. In some dialogue scenes, some just conversation scenes, you miss what they're saying because the shots are so fast. Like I said, some of the shots are really good, but they're hidden behind how fast this movie is edited. It felt like the editor was on crack cocaine or something like that. It was so fast. I couldn't believe it. I actually did miss a few of the words or like a whole sentence, a whole part of the dialogue I missed because of how fast it was. Also, Tolkien has this kind of friend group and he kind of grows up with all his friends and you kind of sort of get to know them, but they are very poorly written. Each and every one of them are poorly written, and I just thought that was frustrating because that's one of the biggest part of this man's life is his friends and how they inspired him, and they were just so poorly written. The third act of this movie slows down heaps, but that was my favorite part of this movie because it slows down heaps, you know. The first act of this movie and a bit of the second act is so fast and rushes all these characters and their backstories toward you, and it becomes just, I thought the whole movie was going to be like this, and when it slows down, that's when it actually gets really good. There's one scene in particular though that stands out to me and I will remember because of Lily Collins and Nicholas Hoult's performance, and that's this kind of dining scene where he creates the language cellar door, which is a made-up language. It's kind of this lovely romantic language that he creates, and I thought that was one of the best scenes in the movie and was one scene that didn't really have fast-paced editing, which is something I really liked. And it also shows Lily Collins and Nicholas Hoult's performance, and I thought that was amazing. But overall, this movie is really sloppy and really messy, and it's kind of a shame because this man has brought so many joy to people's lives with his novels and his kind of charismatic behavior. It's just a shame that this man is in a very bad movie. And not him himself, but the movie around this character is just, it wasn't really good. But like I said, the scenes where you kind of get hints of the Lord of the Rings and his inspiration for the Hobbit books and all that was really good and was probably one of my favorite parts of this movie. Everyone was so poorly written and this movie was so rushed. It just felt like it wasn't really finished. And I felt like they could have done a better job with this movie. Also, this movie was like 2 hours, and about halfway through the movie I actually had to check the time. I don't really get bored during movies, but because it was so rushed and a lot of the characters by halfway through the movie you just didn't even really care about, I didn't really mind checking the time. I kind of wanted the movie to hurry up a little bit. But when the movie actually slows down and takes time to show these two characters towards the end of the movie, that's when the movie really picks up. And once J.R.R Tolkien leaves the war and he has this kind of family and you get to see this kind of struggled relationship between him and Lily Collins' character, I thought that was the best part of this movie. Overall, do I recommend Tolkien? No, I don't really recommend Tolkien. It was just very poorly made and so rushed, which is why I'm going to give Tolkien a 3 out of 10. I know that's a very, very low score. It was actually lower than Child's Play, but I didn't really like this movie. It didn't really have much to the movie. It was very rushed, and it was just sloppily made, and I didn't really like it, and it was kind of a shame. And I'm a big fan of The Lord of the Rings and the books, but this movie was just very, very disappointing. So guys, thank you for watching the video. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. So stay tuned guys, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.